So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today let's come to our journey, and as you already know, I'm doing the money and wealth analysis part for all 12 ascendants in Vedic astrology. In the last video we have discussed regarding the Taurus ascendant, and in this particular video I'm going to help you to understand the Gemini ascendant. Now, if you are Gemini ascendant or Gemini rising or in your first house, this is the first house of astrology. If the 3 number is written up there, it means you are Gemini ascendant, okay? Because this 3 is actually third Rashi, is the third zodiac sign, which is known as Gemini. Now, it's ruled by Mercury also, okay? So today, first of all, I'm going to briefly explain you the content which I'm going to share with you with regards to. The very first thing which we are going to discuss is the money and wealth houses. So what are the money houses in Vedic astrology, specifically for Gemini people, okay? Next, we are going to understand 5th, 7th and 9th house also, like how these houses are acting as a supporting structure in the money and wealth roadmap of your life. Then we will also understand the contribution of Rahu and Ketu axis. So whatever the Laxmi and RajYogas which are created by the Rahu and Ketu axis as well, we will understand that part. Next is the very important concept, it's the concept of Gati of planets, okay? Now Gati simply means the speed of planet. So there are certain fast moving planets and there are certain slow moving planets in Vedic astrology. Slow moving planets have the capacity to give you slow results, whereas fast moving planet in Vedic astrology have the capacity to give the quick results in your life. So in the Gati part, we are going to also discuss your earning, expense, investment, savings and the planet behavior. And lastly, we will look for the retrogression and the combustion of the planets, okay? What if the planet is retrograde, combust and its impact? And lastly, I'm going to help you to understand the timings part also, like the best timings for you to actually look when the money is going to be flowing towards you, or the auspicious timings with regards to money and wealth. The reason why I'm actually making this video is just for the learning purpose, okay? So if you are a Vedic astrology enthusiast or if you are in the field of Jyotish, I request you to please watch this video till end, because few concepts which I'm going to discuss with you, you will never ever going to find these concepts even in YouTube and even anywhere else also. Specifically the Gati part, okay? So first of all, let's try to understand, pick this topic of 2nd, 11th and 12th house. Now this is 2nd house, this is 12th house and this is 11th house, okay? Don't look at the number. These numbers are just zodiac signs written up here, okay? It's the sign of Aries first. It's ruled by Mars, it's Taurus ruled by Venus, and it's Cancer ruled by planet Moon. Now, first of all, let's try to understand 11th, 12th and 2nd house. See, in Vedic astrology, there are 3 important houses which are connected with money and wealth part. 11th house, 12th house and 2nd house, okay? All the Laxmi yogas, all the money and wealth giving yogas are created with the help of money houses. So these are very important. 11th house in Vedic astrology, this is the house which represents your incoming gains. So whatever the money that you are going to earn on monthly basis or daily basis is seen through 11th house. 11th house also represents your earning potential, like whether you have the capacity to earn 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 100,000, 500,000, million, 10 million or $1 billion. That is also determined using the 11th house. And 11th house also represents your income sources. Like if you want to understand whether you have the capacity to have more than one income stream in your life or not, or what kind of income sources are present in my life, that is also determined using 11th house. So this is one of the most important houses, and Mars is the ruler. So Mars is very important planet for you people, okay? Next is the 12th house. This is the house of your expenditure. So whatever your monthly or your daily expenses are going to be, they are seen through 12th house. 12th house is also the house of investments actually. Like if you want to study what kind of investments that are best as per your chart, it may be stocks, government bonds, real estate, property, gold, any other asset also, that is seen through 12th house. And last one is the second house, which is your savings account. Now savings simply mean where you are going to save huge amount of money. Okay. Second house also actually represents the combined wealth of a native. So if you are coming from a very rich family or even from a middle class family, so whatever the family assets that are present in your life, many a times, many families, they are doing a very good business of real estate, transportation business, maybe sometime astrology business also. Apart from this, any medical professions, any family business or family income, combined income, or any kind of assets of the family combined actually is seen through second house. Okay. Now you understand these three houses. Now first of all, pay attention towards this house, 11th house, and look where Mars is going, MA. If I'm going to help you to now understand, if this Mars is first of all creating any yoga with your second house Lord Moon anywhere in the chart, it's considered as number first Laxmi and wealth giving combination present in this chart. It's not necessarily like if Mars is up there, suppose Moon is also up there. Now this Mars and Moon, it's the Laxmi Yoga. Now there are going to be possibility it's not present in this chart. I'm going to help you to understand all the combinations, don't worry. But the very first wealth giving combination is determined using these two houses. If these two houses lords are conjunct anywhere, it may be suppose Mars is up there and Moon is up there. Now this Mars and Moon is also creating a wealth giving yoga, but this yoga is way more powerful than this yoga. Reason why? Because first of all, the yoga must need to be formed in money and wealth houses. Secondly, if the money is forming in quadrant houses, these 1, 4, 7, 10, these are the quadrants, these are the pillars actually, supporting structure. Even if the yogas are formed in trine houses, this house and this house, it's also considered very good actually. So there are funneling factor to yoga. Yoga is in the money and wealth is extremely powerful. Then it's in the quadrant and trines. It's going to be considered as good yoga. Then it's average and then below average. Okay. But anywhere if these two houses lords are conjunct, because whenever the incoming gains lord are in conjunction with the wealth part, it's a very strong yoga. Second important point. Now this is the house of your expenditure and investment. Now suppose expense lord and savings lord, if they are forming certain yogas in this chart. Suppose Moon is posited up there. It means your savings lord is exalted. It's going into the 12th house with expense lord. Now if saving lord is going in the expense, what is happening? It means your chart is not permitting you to save huge amount of money, or it's not a savings oriented chart. Then this is going to make it as a very good investment oriented chart. Okay. Similarly, for example, your Moon, Venus is coming here. Your expense lord in the house of saving is also not considered good in this case actually, because it's the expense lord directly attacking the savings house actually. But still this is considered as a yoga because money and wealth houses are involved. You see, many a times actually for Gemini Ascendant people, there are many combinations in your horoscope that are creating the yogas of easy wealth also, which I'm going to discuss in the speed or gati of planets. But you understand the first important thumb rule, study of these three houses. Now even for example, if all three houses lords are conjunct in one single house, for example, your Mars, Venus and Moon are conjunct up there. It's Mars, it's Venus and it's Moon. So you see all three houses, money lords are conjunct in one single house. This is again considered as a RajYoga for you people. Because whenever all the money houses are involved, it also shows there are going to be the combination of multiple income sources present in your life. It may be this is formed anywhere in the chart. Maybe Mars, Venus and Moon are posited here actually. Still this is considered as a very auspicious yoga in your chart. So these are the money and wealth houses. First of all, you need to pay attention towards these houses. Okay, this will help you to understand the wealth perspective. Second, let's try to understand your 5th house, 7th house and 9th house. Now these houses are acting as a catalyst or supporting structure to the upper houses. This is 5th house, this is 7th house, and this is 9th house. Now 5th, 7th and 9th house are responsible for the activation of RajYogas or activation of Laxmi or wealth giving yogas in this chart. Okay. Now how does this activation take place? I'm going to give you one simple example. 5th house is the house of children and childbirth. So obtaining child also have the capacity to create yoga with the help of Venus actually. Now for example, Venus is positioned up there with Saturn. As soon as the child is born, your 9th house is also becoming activated and Saturn will also start giving results into your life. 7th house is the house of Jupiter. It's ruled by Jupiter. It's Sagittarius sign. Okay. Now if you are getting married, Jupiter also have the capacity to form certain RajYogas into your chart. For example, this Jupiter is positioned up there. Now this is again the money and wealth house, and I told you any mixing of these houses with these houses also going to create a good thing. Now if Jupiter is going up there and if it is positioned with Mars, until and unless you are not married, you are not going to experience its 100% result. Activation of RajYogas are very important. There are 3 to 4 different steps for the activation. You can watch my playlist section. You can find how to activate RajYogas actually. So the activation of RajYoga also have the capacity to trigger the monetary benefit or monetary gains into your life. So marriage is going to trigger it out. Now 7th house is also the house of business actually. Suppose right now you are doing a job, you are in the 10th house, but as soon as you start going into the business part, wherever Jupiter is positioned in your horoscope, it's getting fully activated. Maybe Jupiter is with Moon up there, for example. This is the 2nd house actually. 2nd house represents your speech, verbal communication, family also. So communication will also help you to make money in these cases here. It's a combination of very easy money for you to people to make actually. Next is your 9th house. Now it's ruled by Shani, Saturn. Saturn is the key planet. And this is also the key planet. Saturn and Mars are the key planets. Wherever Saturn goes in your chart for Gemini people, or if Saturn is conjunction with this, that or this, anywhere in the Kundli, it means your bhagya, your luck factor is supporting you in the attainment of money and wealth into your life. Support of 9th house is very, very important. That part I have also covered in the reshuffling RajYogas, where I have discussed how these 3 houses are responsible for creating all the Lakshmi Yoga, Dhan Yoga and Wealth Yogas into your horoscope. We are also going to make further detailed videos over the career part, which kind of business options are going to be there. Yeah, I've already made that video as well. You can please explore my channel, so you will be able to connect one video with the next video also. Okay. So this Saturn and this Mars is a key planet. Keep that point in your mind. Now, anywhere in the chart Saturn and Mars are positioned, it's exceptional wealth. It may be, for example, Saturn is going up there with Mars. Now here, although the Shani is debilitated in the sign of Aries, Shani is Neech. Neech means sitting in the lowest position. But still, this Shani and Mangal in this house have the capacity to give you millions and even billions of dollars. This simple combination. You understand how these houses are supporting now these houses? 11th house is getting the support of the 9th house. And 9th house, if it is supporting 11th house, it's a very good yoga. Even if this house is up there, suppose Saturn is with Venus in the 12th house, in this case, it's also a great combination for you to do export and import related business. This is also a very strong combination for you to attain money in multiple currencies. Now, for example, you are involved in the share market and stock market in your own country. You are just picking the trades or only trading in your own markets. With this combination, it's better for you to explore foreign markets also. That will eventually help you to attain more wealth. Any sort of dealing with foreigners and foreign people have the capacity to bring good wealth because of this combination. Similarly, for example, Saturn is going up there because this is the key planet. I told you they both are key houses, key planets. If Saturn and Moon is up there, although this Shani and Chandra combination in your chart have the capacity to create friction inside the family or lot of disputes inside the family, but still this have the capacity to create a big wealth into your life. It may be Saturn is posited up there. This might going to delay the event of marriage, but as soon as marriage is happening, Shani is going to give you wealth. It may be Saturn is posited up there in Venus. This is again a very good yoga. Okay. Now you understand these two parts. Next, let me come to the Rahu and Ketu axis. Now, what is Rahu and Ketu is going to do inside these RajYogas? They have the capacity to explode the yoga. Explode means, suppose the original yoga is having that much capacity. Suddenly Rahu getting conjunct is going to increase the capacity 10 times bigger or more than that. Now, for example, here Saturn, Venus and Rahu come up there. Now, as soon as Rahu is entering into the picture, this have the capacity to create exaggeration inside this yoga. It's not necessary only the Rahu is going to do. Ketu also have the capacity to do that part. For example, Moon, Saturn, Ketu. This is again going to be considered as a Dhan yoga. Even if I remove Moon for a second here. Even Shani is with Ketu. I told you this is key houses and key planets. Anywhere in the chart, they have the capacity to give good contribution. Even you need to also understand one very important thing here. In most of the charts, planets are going somewhere, they are creating conjunctions actually. We are discussing only conjunctions. Now, there are certain aspects also which we call as a drishti. Now, even if, for example, Mars with this fourth aspect, 1, 2, 3, 4 is aspecting this Saturn and Ketu, this is still going to be considered as a good and auspicious thing here. Don't think like that they both are enemies and they are not going to behave well. No. Even if they are brutal enemies, they are actually the ruler of the money and wealth houses. This first house lord is Mercury. So Mercury here is actually going to decide which place I am going to give to which person. So Mercury have decided I am going to give Saturn my 9th house. Okay, here Mercury have also decided I am going to give Mars the 11th house. So here Mercury have decided to give its enemy the 11th house of money actually. Even if you look, Mars in this case is also ruling this house. 8 number is written up there. So yogas created by Mars in the horoscope are also known as afflicted yogas here, because 6th house is the house of enemies, dealing with debt, financial instabilities and these kind of things. So this is not a pure planet, it's an impure planet. So wherever Mars is going and creating the yoga, some impurity angle is going to be present up there. It may be sufferings from one angle of the life and you are might going to gain advantage from the money and wealth part. But whenever Rahu and Ketu axes are combined, it also shows some karmic influences up there. You see, few people are very fortunate in their life. Many might going to be disagree upon this point, like no, everyone born with same. No, it's not same actually. There are certain drid karmas, fixed karmas in Vedic astrology, and there are certain interchangeable karmas in Vedic astrology. Now, it's not in your hand to decide whether you are going to take birth in some very rich class family or in a very poor class family. It's not in your hand. Now, the person who is taking birth into a very rich class family, there is a great advantage to this person. It means some past life karmas, that is the 5th house. Purav Sanchit karma, it's ruled by Venus actually. Okay. So Venus is also the very important planet for you people. If you want to understand or see whether I have performed some good deeds in the past and because of that part, I'm going to receive something beneficial, look into the Venus placement. In a male chart, Venus is also the representation of a wife. So whether wife is bringing luck or adversity is seen through this Venus in this horoscope. Now you understand the Rahu and Ketu axis, how they are going to impart. Even for example, this Venus with Rahu up there. This Rahu and this Venus. Now Venus Rahu is still considered as a very auspicious yoga. Fifth house is the house of speculation. You can earn money through speculation. Suppose Mars and Saturn from this house, they are also aspecting this house. So this is again considered as a good yoga. Next, let me help you to understand the new concept, which is Gati and speed of the planets. Now the speed of planets differ actually. There are certain fast moving planets in Vedic astrology and there are certain slow moving planets in Vedic astrology. Now what are the fast moving planets? Planet Moon, Mars, Mercury, Sun, they are fast moving planets. Like they stay in one zodiac sign for maybe 2.5 days, Moon till 1 month, 2 months, okay. So these are fast moving grahas. Whereas the slow moving planets are Saturn, Jupiter, it's Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu and Ketu axis. These are slow moving planets. Saturn nearly about take 2.5 to 3 years to stay in one zodiac sign. Jupiter take 1 year, Rahu and Ketu axis take 1.5 year. Now understand one thing. If you want to understand how rapidly I'm going to create earnings in my life, is not only dependent over the 11th house lord here. It's also going to be depending whether for certain ascendants, this house is ruled by Mars. For certain ascendant, this house is ruled by Shani also. You remember initially I told you for Gemini people, there are many combinations for quick earning of money. Look into your money houses actually. These money houses for you people, they are actually ruled by the fast moving planets. It's Mars, Venus, let me change it, and its planet Moon. Now you see, they all are fast moving planets in Vedic astrology. Very fast moving planet. So your incoming gains, Lord Mars is also very fast moving. It means you have the capacity to earn money on more rapid basis. Your expense Lord is Venus. It means you also have the capacity to spend over, first of all, luxurious items, and that too on the rapid basis actually. Your savings Lord is Moon actually, Chandar. Now Moon is the representation of your mind, your emotions also. So it means emotions are also going to have direct impact over the earning potential. If you are emotionally positive, specifically Gemini people, you tend to gain a lot of money. But on the other hand, if you are emotionally negative, then you tend to lose a great amount of money. Suppose in this horoscope, this Moon is not in a strong dignity. It's getting hemmed and jammed. Suppose Moon is up there. It's already written Moon, Mars, and suppose Shani come up there. It's even considered as a good yoga in this chart, but still the Moon is afflicted. So mentally, this is going to be a very harsh and very hard thing for you people to actually experience. But these three planets, they are very fast moving. And if the fast moving planets are actually gaining control, it is also the ascendant where you are going to lose money and gain money. Transactions are going to be happening on rapid basis actually. You can search out the big celebrities also if you want to understand that concept. Their behavior, their pattern connected with the money, spending, expense part. Gati is going to have the direct impact over your earning, expense, and even the investment. Even there, these people, Venus is their investment lord. Now suppose in the 12th house, Venus is with Saturn. Now one slow moving planet enter into the combination. Because you see, I told you Shani is a slow moving, Jupiter and Rahu and Ketu, they are slow moving planets. So whenever the expense lord is getting conjunct with Shani, this have the capacity to slow down the process. Similarly, if Mars with Saturn, Saturn is a slow moving planet, this have the capacity to slow down your incoming gains. This is helping you to even build more consistency inside you. Suppose Venus, Rahu and Jupiter comes into this part. So here you see Jupiter is again a slow moving planet. It will take 1 year. It's a big planet. It's a big chunk, very big planet. So Venus, Jupiter and Rahu, it means the speed of the reaction is getting a bit slowed down. Now you can actually connect this Gati with the Dasha and the timings part also. Like if you want to see this part I'm covering, timings. We will look into these parts also, don't worry. But Gati of the planets speed of the grahas are also connected with the timings actually. Timings for attainment of wealth in your life. Timings are the most important point in Vedic astrology. Although in this video I'm going to not go into much detail, I'm going to create a separate playlist for the predictive astrology standpoint of view. Okay, it's a lesson just for beginners or maybe advanced level people, you can understand. But I'm going to make separate sessions over the predictive side. Predictions are very important in Vedic astrology. Okay, this is the foundation base level I'm teaching you. Now understand one thing, how timings are seen. How do you see whether when I'm going to gain or attain huge amount of money and wealth in my life? See, timings are first of all determined with the help of a dasha. I will write it in the bracket D-A-S-H-A. Dasha system is very important. Dasha means timings actually. Now specifically 90 to 95% of the charts use Vimshottari Mahadasha. This is the one set of dasha which is applicable to every one of you. Now there are different set of dashas in Vedic astrology. There are certain Udu dasha, Chara dashas also, Dvisaptiti, Samdasha, or there are different forms of dasha actually. But I will tell you most popular or the most predictive form is the Vimshottari Mahadasha. It's might going to be a 17 years, 18 years, 20 years long period, 19 years of Shani. So dasha is very, very important for you. And the key planet is the Antardasha Lord also. Second important thing, apart from looking into your timings, that is the which dasha, which planet you are right now going through. Second important thing, you need to study transit, gochar of the planets. Now planets are not stationary, they are actually continuously moving in the sky. Now whenever, for example, first of all, if the transit of moon is happening, Venus is happening, Jupiter is happening, any transit. For example, suppose your natal Jupiter in this chart is present up there. Okay. Now if the gochar of the Jupiter is once again coming to the exact same zodiac sign of Sagittarius, it means Jupiter is getting superimposed over the Jupiter. And if that transit is forming any sort of connection with the Antardasha Lord, this is the exact timings. Once again, I repeat, any time you can pick up any planet here. It may be, let's take the example of a Mars also. Suppose Mars in the gochar or in the transit is actually coming from the sign of Aries once again, and it's getting superimposed up there, Mars. And during that time frame, your Antardasha is also running of Mars, and your Mahadasha may be of this. So this have the capacity to actually help us to see and understand. Many people, they are in the field of businesses actually. They are doing $1 billion, $1 million of businesses nowadays. Okay, so this business aspect is also studied using this chart actually. Okay, we can easily fructify or funnel it down to the more minute level. When you are going to receive your shipment, when the goods are going to be going away, when the export is happening, when import is happening, when you are going to receive the payment into your bank account. So with the help of that timings part, we will be able to understand. This is applicable to the job person also. You are doing a 9-to-5 job, for example, from past 10 years in your life. No sudden hikes, nothing is happening. Life is in a form of stagnancy. Now, if you want to see what dasha in my upcoming 2, 3, 5 years, maybe have the capacity to create some big changes in my life. Maybe I have the capacity to follow the road of prosperity where I can be able to attain good money. I have the capacity to start a business. So how the answers of that question is dependent over the timings part. Yoga present in the chart is a different thing. Maybe you are having Venus Saturn in the 12th house and you are right now you are not having any money. But even if yoga is there, it means if yoga is there, that part must need to be happen. So you are destined to become rich. It's also a drid karma. It's not a interchangeable thing. Money is not solely based over the hard work of a person. If hard work will alone help you to earn money, then most of the construction workers that they are building roads on these kind of a thing, they also tend to become very rich. So it's not solely based over the hard work first of all. Timings are very important in Vedic astrology. Okay, so timings will help us to understand that part. Also, let's now cover the retrograde and the combustion of the planets. Now, what is a retrograde? First of all, retrograde, suppose if that planet is moving in this direction and immediately it's going that. It's appeared to be a backward motion of the planet. In the simplest word, retrograde simply mean committing same mistakes again and again and again into your life. For example, your Venus Saturn is a retrograde. The star sign which I'm using, it's for denoting the retrograde energy. Now, for example, this Venus and Saturn are conjunct and your Shani is retrograde. Now, what is the difference between Venus Saturn or Venus Saturn retrograde? What is the difference here? Just simply understand this point. If this Graha is becoming retrograde, it means failure rate is becoming much higher. It's nothing to do with whether you are going to achieve something or not, but failure rate is a bit higher. If a normal person with no retrograde energy is failing 5 times to attain something, you might need to fail 10 times to attain the same thing. Because retrogression will lead towards the perfection. You see, many people with their retrograde energies, they are hardcore perfectionists. But this is going to take a hell lot of a time and energy for you to experience the retrogression. So retrogression basically have the capacity to slow down the processes also. It means suppose you have committed one financial mistake right now by purchasing a bad property or maybe a bad stock. Now you have not reflected upon to your mistake, and once again after 5 years you committed the same big mistake in your life. This is retrogression. Retrogression is a very deadly concept actually. Specifically if your money lord is retrograde, this one. It's a very dead combination actually. Very, very, very deadly combination actually. Here it's not a promise of wealth. Promise of wealth is there, but promise of losing of wealth is also there. Suppose your Mars is with Venus up there in this case. Venus is also retrograde. So the significance of both of the planets, if they are getting retrograde, it's a back and forth motion. So you are also going to experience the retrograde part from the 5th house actually, because this is ruled by Venus. Now 5th house is in Vedic astrology also represents the children part. So whatever the prosperity that are coming from the children angle, and if that lord is retrograde, is also getting retrograde. So this is also going to be the retrogression also denote or show us the huge karmic connectivity. Karmic connectivity, in Vedic astrology, we can study using the combination of both charts together. Like what is the karmic association of husband, wife, maybe you and your parents, you with your mother, your siblings. So karmic connectivity is studied. Any person who is experiencing big karma is because of retrogression. It's a potential energy. It's a stored form of energy. It's not kinetic. So it's something like a bump. Okay. Next is the combustion of the planet. Yeah, remedy also. The remedy for retrograde planets is obtaining knowledge. And then after obtaining knowledge, introspection is very important. You need to look back, reflect over the failures, and then proceed further. It's not like that you are jumping from one decision to new all the time. It's not going to work. If you have made one decision, failure occur, sit, relax and do introspection. It's not you are running fast. You're already running fast because of Mercury actually, okay? Next, let me come to the now combust grahas. Now, combustion or the combust planet mean, suppose for example, with the help of example we understand. Suppose this Jupiter is combust and it's with Venus. Okay. And suppose Sun is also nearby, only then this planet is going to be getting combust. It may be Sun is also there. Okay. Now, whenever the planets are actually combust, first of all, they are not going to lose their significance. Core significance of the planets are not destroyed actually. Whereas on the other hand, even in the money and monetary part, the significance of the planet is not getting destroyed, even if your Venus is combust up there. Suppose Venus combusts with Saturn retrogression, still the combustion is not going to impact the planets into the much larger way. Combustion have the capacity to create impact over the malefic planets into a different way and benefic planets into a different way. The Jupiter is a benefic and Venus is also a benefic graha. So whenever the combustion of benefic planets are happening, they are not going to lose their significance. Wherever in the case of malefic planets going combust in this chart, suppose Mars is getting combust. If this Mars is combust and Venus is combust, so Mars combustion actually have the capacity to lose its significance, but not up to large extent. So don't worry much about the combustion of the planets. Its combustion part is actually just simply understand when the graha mean planet is combust, its ast in the chart. Suppose Jupiter is ast, Venus is ast. When Jupiter is getting combust in the gochar or in the transit, we don't perform any good celebrations or functions in our homes, specifically in the Indian communities. Why so? Because Jupiter is a very pious graha. Positive drishti of the planet, so the rays whatever are coming, they are getting blocked if the planet is combust. So it have the capacity to actually impact other areas like your marriage, your family, your functions, but not much over the monetary part. Monetary part have not too much deal with the combustion of the grahas. Okay. And lastly is the timings, which I have covered for you. So this is the money and wealth picture for you, Gemini people. I request you to please go and watch the playlist first of all over the money and wealth series in order for you to generate more understanding with regards to the roadmap or whatever the amount of money that you are bring in this life. Also for consultations, you can feel free to contact me at my email ID. If you require detailed astrological consultation with regards to maybe business, your money, your career, marriage, any spiritual consultation also, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Also, if you have gained small insights in this video, you can also send me super thanks over this video by just clicking the icon which you can see. Okay. Any small contribution from your side will eventually help me feel more motivated. And also mention below the comments also. Okay. I'm very happy, like specifically astrological audience, they are very engaging, specifically on my YouTube channel. Now in the last part, someone have given me different hints and ideas also. So I pick these ideas based over your comments. Even if you require some improvement from my side, the way of teaching, anything I missed out, you can also mention below. Okay. And feel free to subscribe it also. So, and you can also share this channel with all the Jyotish lovers so that they can also gain insights with regards to their money and wealth roadmap. Okay. So you can please feel free to subscribe, and very soon I'm going to make all the videos in this playlist, and you can also follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to meet you very soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye and Hare Krishna.